Hello everyone, my name is Rainer and welcome back to Timberborn. Yeah, you might not recognize this map, but it is the same map. In the last episode, here's the main part where we built a lot of dynamite factories, which I don't think we're gonna need more. But yeah, in the last episode, we started digging out this area, and what my plans are here is to make a humongous power station with at least 2 layers of water wheels. So we have here the water wheels. They only require logs. The levees only require logs. We're gonna need a lot of logs here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start with some storages that I'm going to build here. The thing is, I want to make this all out of wood and then add an outside layer of soil. So I want to hide this whole construction in soil. And this is also all from the bottom up. So we're going to clean that up as well. So this is the lowest level. If I want to go down here, it says you cannot because we're at all the way the bottom. So from here, we're going to make our layers. So every layer is going to be 4 high. So this is the level where we get our first floor. And I think what I'm going to do to start out with is add already a little bit of soil. I want to do that side. Whoa. Because the thing with soil is it's super flexible and we can make some sideways stuff. So what I'm going to do here is remove this a bit. I'm also going to remove this because that's a mess. Then more terrain blocks. What I want to do. So the thing is, I want to make this, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna make a little bit to the side here to indicate that that's a floor. Interesting. And then a little bit more up, and then we're at the level. No, one more at the level. I have to go up all the way here. Whoa, okay, this is quite complicated, but this is the level where we want to make, of course, another zipline station, and that should work. So wait a minute. Yeah, that's the wrong way around. I think I want to have that the other way around, or construction behind it. So this has to go first. That doesn't work, of course. So that's quite weird. Same up here. Oh, let's remove that. And then I don't know what it does if I make it like this. Does it wait for both sides? Construction below to be finished. Okay, that's okay. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, another terrain block, 1, 2, 4. So here we're gonna have also a small extension. 1, 2. Okay, so this is not the level at which we have our floor. Minor correction. Let's still do it now, of course. So we want to have this one more over. Landscaping, terrain block. Yeah, it's okay that this one is the other way around. No problemo. And then we're gonna go up one more. And then from here, we're gonna do this. And then I have a zipline station on top of this. There. And then this, I mean, what can we connect it to? We can connect it to that. That goes through everything. And this is too far. But we could make another tower. I don't know if we have to go to ever. I could connect it to here, to there, but that's quite a way around. So I think what I want to do, I mean, we can make a construction like this, add 2 more zipline stations so we can go multiple ways. I think that's fair enough. So let's do that. And then we can connect this to there. This will be the start of everything. And then here we can start with the levees. And these are going to be all the way up on the outside. Wait, no, not all the way up. I am wrong there. Because wait, I have to check this. Let's remove these paths. Because we're going to have power wheels in here, the water wheels. These are a little bit wider. And I think we have to go one more down. Yeah, indeed. So demolish this. Wait, is that correct? Yeah, because the floor is going to be on top of this, right? And then here we have our paths and structures. I think we need a 5 overhang. It's going to be like that. That is 1 lower than the other side. But am I going to cover it with levees or I'm going to make it 1 higher? Because this is too low, these floors. Maybe I'm gonna just lift it up 1 more, even though it's not necessary. Whoa. I'm gonna lift it up 1 more so that the floors are the correct height. So back to paths. And here we have the 5 overhang. This is gonna be 3. Oh, do I need a 6? No, I think this is okay. Problem is I cannot get down. Oh wait, because on top of here we're gonna have levees again. And And we're gonna have also levees on the other side. So here's no landscaping levees. So we're gonna use a lot of levees. We're gonna have levees 2, 3, 4. And then that's where we get the next layer. So these here and the bottom, they can go again. This priority wise, I'm gonna lower these because I want to build the outside first. But yeah, we're gonna go up there. Is that too high? I mean, it's gonna be tricky. Is it? Yes, we're gonna have ladders all over here. So maybe I start with a less high system here. I'm gonna remove this again. Wait. I'm gonna work on the first floor first and then the second part. Otherwise, it's too much at once. Okay, I didn't delete too much. That's good. I could add one more layer. No, this is okay. Landscaping, there. And that means that we can add this here again. So this connects to there. Now we need some ladders to go up. And then we can reach everything. At least we're on top. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of construction and I might do some of this again, most likely. And this is going to be, the outside will not have any power connections. The inside will. So actually I need to demolish this again. And I will see how that exactly pans out. But we are going to start with the top part first. So let me set up the rest. I think this one we can remove. Let me remove this one. This one we'll keep for now. I want to make sure that that gets built. And these two, so we can reroute some of the actions here. Then we're gonna need a lot of materials. Let me see. These 5 overhangs cost 10 metal blocks, logs, and planks. We're gonna need so many logs. Storage. Underground piles. I think we need to put it somewhere where we're getting out. We can make another exit here somewhere. It might not be a bad idea. So we add 3 piles there and another zipline station there. And this one is going to be for metal blocks. This one is going to be for logs and another one for logs. We have quite a few logs in storage, but we're definitely gonna need more. And this one we can add a connection, can also go there. That way we can quickly get everywhere. That's the idea. Wait, then we have metal blocks and logs and logs. We also need to have a lot of dirt. So 2 more underground piles with dirt and dirt. Okay, I prior that as well. And then the rest is gonna be normal. Yeah, I mean that's already a lot of tasks. Pick up. Oh, yes. I'm gonna remove a bit here. Then, just to get this done, let's remove all of this stuff. And then from here, we also rip out some roads already. I mean, they still have to pick up this stuff here. Actually, I shouldn't raise this to the maximum priority, but 1 lower. So they start picking up the stuff here, because this needs to be picked up first. Clean it up, boys. Yeah, let's continue the levees. Jesus. So this is going to be the outside. Is it going to go all the way to the edge? Or do I want to have soil also behind it? Do I want to hide it completely? I think I want to hide it completely. So let's remove this again and this mess here. So we're going to go for the aesthetics. So, Jesus. Yeah, nice. More cleaning up. And as you can see, we built a lot of these zipline stations just because there's such a big area to clean up. And this made it a lot easier. So let's add some more levees. And this is going to take a while to build. So I think also here we will have some off-camera stuff, because otherwise it's just going to take too long in one video. So the 5 overhang, yes, all the way there. Am I going to turn it here? Maybe I'll leave it going that. Yeah, the outside we don't have to have these metal things. So this can go all that. Actually, here we don't. Maybe I'll do it. I will do it differently. Yes, and I think this far, fibers. Okay, 1 too far, like that. Then we have a little bit of an opening there, but that's gonna be closed off with the soil at the end. This. And on top of that, we will have power wheels or water wheels. So let's see. I think I'm gonna let this come down a little bit lower. So what I'm gonna do here is deconstruct up until there. Yes, can hopefully pick that up, and then we can. Oh, that's actually no. We can make some dams here, and then overhangs. And then we can finish off with levees on top. Yeah, just to close that off as well, because we will need a roof on the top. If that's 4, then we will have an extra layer on top. Or is the overhang, is that already the top? Okay, let's start planning these water wheels. We're gonna have many of them. It doesn't matter which way they go. I don't think so, right? So we have it, no, it's the same. As you can see, we're gonna have many of these. An absolute crap ton. Although I should not build these just yet, because then, well, actually the other ones also. Yeah, because we first need to watertight it. So where is it in pathing instructions, I guess? Landscaping, where is the impermeable floor? We need to impermeate this. So, wait, it has to be 4 wide, huh? Because these water wheels are 2 wide each. Yeah, and on the other side we have to see, because this is where the power connections come in. I have to find out a route, I have to say. I could also make it 6 wide, the overhangs. But I think I prefer it like this, so it's efficient. But yeah, this already will require a lot of building. Now from here we're gonna snake first on the top level, and after that we'll go down maybe here. I don't know how many rows we can make. Let me see. If we start some levees here. Wait, we can use this there. This is that. Level 4, level 4, something like that. So this is down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And somehow we have to get to the lower layer here through there. Will that fit? I mean, I could rebuild bottom part here because, oh wait, you cannot get underneath there, right? But we can remove this corner here to let more water through. That might not be a bad idea, to be honest. Maybe even this one as well. Then we can start with some triple platforms so that water can flow through better. And then we have the same route again. Then we end up here. And that's the wrong way. So maybe down, up, down thing. We have to go back for the top layer. For the bottom layer, we could end it here and then have the power connection here somewhere closed off. I think that's okay-ish. Yeah, go prior this again. Yeah, let's let them work a bit on this stuff, and I'll be back once we made a little bit of this. Actually, maybe we ended up now like this because we wanted to add this back layer in. Maybe I'm gonna reconsider this. I am going to put this back 1, so we do have the extra space. Landscape levies. Okay, we're gonna make this all the way back. Oops, cancel this. Then the overhangs were paths and structures, 5x overhangs. So then we can add one more over here, and this means let's keep building. Means that we can now. Yeah, my precision is not fantastic today. So that's another layer of those. Okay, that means we can shift all of these over by 1. That should end up a little bit better. Landscaping, levies, 4. Let's through this path here. 4 and okay. And then here at the end, I will see what I do with the space, because the bottom layer will definitely not have this. We will have a drop off in here somewhere. Oh, I think I can do something with platforms here so the water has more ways to drop off. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But the bottom layer will not have a path back. Last bit. Add some more impermeable floors. These, all of this. And then we can actually also start with the water wheels. Let me see how many we can fit. I'm gonna start there. No, let's start here. So we have a little bit more space. And I think it's gonna go like this. Have a little bit of a corner. Yeah, let's do it like that. Water wheel. Yes. Well, actually, this will not line up with these here. It's a bit of a shame. Let's add it there, actually. Oh, power. Water wheel. Do I even want to have water power wheel here? I don't think so. So I could still move this over a bit, like I had just a minute ago. Yeah, I think this is fine, because we will have corners, of course. Am I gonna add something here? I don't think so. We have to also make sure that we have the room to make the connections. And do I want to make these power wheels already as just lining them up? Maybe I'm gonna leave out a couple so we can still build everything. Let me think. Am I gonna add the soil already here? Maybe I will. Terrain blocks. Let's do them like in this direction. We can definitely make 2 layers. Path in the way. We can make 2 rows from the bottom, and then the rest will be from more of the top. I need to have one higher. And then from there, I actually can build all of these. Yeah, it's just this part where I have to build the levees from the top here. So let's deconstruct these again for now. Yes. Did I remove the impermeable floors? I did. Landscaping, impermeable floors. So yeah, we need to build the back wall first. And this will, of course, take a while. Yeah, let's let them work. I might add another zipline station here in the back, just for quicker access. I think that's fine. Something like here. Yeah, add some paths here also, can easily get everywhere. Now we connect this to there and make this. And I think I'm going to just remove this for now. It will come later. Okay, yeah, this will be a bit of work also. Right. Picking up all of this stuff. This is all planks, by the way. We don't need a lot of planks, I think. The overhangs. Are they even planks? They are. Okay, so we do need a lot of planks as well. We have plenty of those here. Actually, we have quite a few logs here already. Oh yeah, I already pre-planned this. So the logs that we added here are not necessary per se, but maybe I'll change this to dirt. We have two. Now it's 3 dirt, 2 more, or maybe 1 more metal block. I'll make this metal, like so. Yeah, that reminds me, we should stop all our dynamite production because that's not what we need. Extract we can also stop, I think, but we do need to activate our dirt excavator again. Planks, I don't think we have to restart, but we could enable maybe 2 because we are going to use a lot of planks. I think we can stop this one because this is just going to fill up and we have plenty of bad water. And then we need to re-enable this here because we will use a lot of metal, and that means that we also need to enable the smelter, but I also want to add another smelter. Wait, no recipe is selected. Yeah, let's make more books. Okay, and I think I'm going to add another smelter here as well. Smelter, that's there. I'm going to increase it in the workplace +1. Now we have 2 smelters instead of 1, so we should be a lot better equipped for the necessities. This is still quite a way to walk for them, but yeah, it's just a one-time job, and then we can start building finally. But yeah, I'll be back once we've made a bit of extra progress. By the way, I also noticed we have 300,000 science. That's insane. These observatories are quite insane, actually. Of course, we've been going for quite a while off camera as well, but yeah, that's crazy. So we can definitely turn off one observatory. Don't know if we've gone through it. I don't think so, but what I did here is I added a sluice here to make sure that this is filled sufficiently. I closed off this and this area so we don't have water here which can evaporate. And then also here we close this off, and here I close this off. So we have less area that can evaporate. And then here we just have a big lake. I'm going also to bedrock, by the way. So we have only a little bit of water in this area, and most of the water is there. This I also dug all the way down already, because that's where I want to have a canal underground, which will make the whole upper surface green if I do everything correctly. At least that's my idea. So we don't have to have water everywhere, but we'll see how that works exactly. Okay, almost there. And now I'll really be once I've made some progress. What in the heck? How many beavers are stuck here? How did that happen? Okay, we got some beavers displaced. I mean, okay, what? I don't even know how that is supposed to happen. So, wait, what if we do that? Is this beaver gonna go up or is it gonna get pushed? Maybe what I should do is prevent this from being built and then make sure this gets built. This. So we trap the beaver first. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Path on the outside as well. Gonna see if we can save Katzen, sleeping rough, but my lords. Let's get, so we can make it down there. Then overhang. I don't know even if I can make this longer. Maybe I need to unlock this. 1k science. That's a lot. Oh no, it's not. That's then on top we can have more levies. Yes, like so. That should be, and then it's nicely closed off from the top. I think we can do that every layer. Yeah, but I think here we need to have levees on top, and I think the other parts we can have the overhangs. So if I put that in there, levee, and we don't need overhangs actually. We can add a layer of soil on top. Yeah, I think I'll do it like that. Okay. Oh, there's actually 2 beavers here. Oh yeah, they're getting hungry. So priority wise, this to be built, that to be built, then to be built indeed. Hopefully we can, well, I mean, we could also just make ladders, I guess. Maybe I should just do that. It is a bit weird to get stuck. What you gonna do? Can I reach that? Okay. Oh boy. Did we mess up? Where are my beavers? Where are they? Oh, they are loose. Okay, good. Crisis averted. Yes. Let's go up. Yeah, I mean, all of this can be higher priority, right? I think that's fine. All of these levies as well. It has to be finished first anyway. And then this, I think we're gonna deconstruct for now because I want to add the impermeable floors first. But what I could do, let me see, where is it again? It's about there. So those we can build a little bit faster once we get there. Okay. And we'll be back again. But we're making quite rapid progress now. All right, I'm back and we've made quite a bit of progress. And I also made a little bit of a change of plans. We started before working on the top level, but I actually reconsidered and it makes actually more sense to start bottom, which, I mean, intuitively also makes a lot of sense. You don't start building at the top and then build. So yeah, what I'm doing here now actually is just placing a line of wheels, placing an old line of wheels. Then we place levies with on top power shafts, the regular ones. They adapt, so they are always okay. And we place triple platforms here, and the triple platforms will be needed to place the overhangs on top. And we do that. Oh, might become interesting here because we need overhangs in two directions. How long are the overhangs maximum? 6. Is that 6? Okay, that might become an issue. Oh wait, we have here also in the middle something, right? Yeah, so every time we should be able to go to the left because there's also gonna be levels here that go to the left, etc. So yeah, we should be able to make overhangs to the left every time, and then that's gonna be basically to the left, towards us, let's say. And this actually works pretty rapid. I'm just worried we're gonna be struggling on logs, so we're going through our logs pretty fast. These power wheels cost 50 logs each. Then the levies are, I think, 20? 12. Okay, 12. The power shafts are only 1, so that's not really an issue. And then the overhangs are also quite pricey. So we are going to go through quite a few logs. So this is going to take a while. And I think I'm going to do this off camera again. So you know the drill. It's just basically a lot of grinding of doing the same thing. We are in a drought, but I mean, we've skipped so many of these and I don't even notice it with how much water we have. Is this actually, are we a day into the drought? Oh, it's approaching. I was just saying, are we still completely full a day into the drought? Apparently not, but yeah, we have no risk at all anymore. We are totally in control of the situation. Yeah. So we should be more than fine. I think we're gonna take a couple out of here because I think a lot of the actually we only have one ancient beaver. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna do it like this then. And yeah, this is going to generate quite a bit of power, I believe, because these are able to generate, well, what did it say? Generates 135 horsepower per cubic ms. I don't know what it stands for. CMS. Let's just say CMS. I don't know how much CMS is coming out of here, but we will have a lot of these. And this will be constant power, so basically we will not have to worry about power ever again. I also made the power connection here on the side. So this is where the power comes out. I might make another wall here and then have it come out eventually in that spot. Maybe I'll make something to avoid it from ever being able to flow out of this box because I want to close this off completely. As you can see, we're also working on the outside edge. And my idea is that this will be capped off with a layer of soil. So this will be completely hidden and generate a massive amount of power just coming out of this little power shaft. And maybe we have a couple more power shafts coming out, so we have more flexibility of how to connect exactly. But yeah, okay, these are almost all done now. So now you will see I will be able to, let's just continue building. Let's go down so we can see properly. And then I'm just gonna add new water wheels like so. And again, these are 50 logs each. So this is thousands of logs just for one row of water wheels. In the meantime, at the bottom here, I will be, I don't think I'm gonna worry about adding more logs there. I think it's gonna be more than fine. The only thing is that I hope that we don't have any overflowing or something like that. Well, I mean, we'll see. I think we should be okay because it's just gonna flow on and on. I don't see why it would stop flowing and stack up somewhere. It's wide enough everywhere. I made sure that everywhere we are full wide, so the water has more than enough space to flow through. I mean, the wheels might be turning quite slowly, but still, we're gonna have tens of thousands of horsepower, whatever power it is. And of course, once we build a new line here, we have to high prio it so it actually gets built. And then after all of this is done, we can start working on the top. But yeah, I want to do this first. Once this is in, we can also, let me see, in Fiverr, and we can just put this on top here. Yeah, this might be interesting here in the corners. I think I'm gonna do it like that. Landscaping, levies, make sure that's there. And we can go on like that for a while until we have a nice second floor. It's kind of like a warehouse almost, but yeah, this is gonna be for later on. I have to say this 3D building is really cool. I like it a lot. This one here has to go soon. So yeah, I'll be continuing, as I said, off camera, and when I get back, we should have a huge power station here, a power plant that is going to supply us with power for all our needs. And I think after that, we're going to look at some bots because they will need a lot of power and we should be able to supply them with power once we have all of this. Anyway, I'll be back. All right, we're back and quite a bit of time passed. I think I ended at cycle 40 or something like that. And we're very close to cycle 69 now, which is nice. But moreover, a lot of time has passed and we've been building like crazy here. It's still not done, but I want to show you my progress. As you can see, we have all the platforms for the second floor. And I'm definitely keeping on 2 floors. And if we go a little bit down, you see that all of these are done. So we have water mills, water wheels like this. And going over there, back. And all of this is of course connected with power. And you can see here that the power also connects upwards to the second floor. And this is just preparation for when we build this. I literally let this game open for over a day just to stock back up on the resources and to build all of this stuff. It's been a while. So what I want to do, even if it's just temporary, I want to close this part off and then use the bottom part. So if I would remove here the impermeable floors, I think these 6, which I can do easily. So like that, or maybe these 8 even. Let's do these 6. I think that's, or maybe even these 4, because I think that gives it more edges where the stuff can drop down. So I'm going to do that. Then the bad water can go down here. I'm just going to do these 6. Should be fine, and otherwise it's not. And then we can build a levee here. We cannot because there's a path. Let's remove the path, and we need to remove this part then I guess. Maybe I'll do this one. But I think we can build a levee here, and we can also build levees here on the impermeable floors. And if we build these first, I made it so that we can still build a lot of the other stuff as well, but so we can build the rest actually with this running, and the water will just flow down here, and then it will be able to go through here. So this is going to be the test. I also want to see how this works with the corruption. If corruption on the floor here would somehow corrupt this wall as well, and maybe outside, then I might even think about moving this wall out one more and putting some of the, what is it called, barrier, where is it? The landscaping? Yeah, this contamination barrier around the whole perimeter. These are not that expensive. No, just some planks and some metal blocks. But I don't want to see any corruption outside. This should be an inconspicuous block with just a lot of power coming out of it. But yeah, let's build this last bit. The beavers can actually just fly in from this side as well, so we have a way in and out. But yeah, for now, I just want this to be built. I'll make sure that this also gets picked up. And then I also can remove, wow, that was quick. Then I also can remove this path, yes. And then we can put some levees here. Let's make 2, should be good for now. And yeah, I don't think, no, I do think we have to go in here one more time to clean some stuff up. Maybe I can do it without, yeah, we have to be able to walk into here. So what I might do is not build all of this, because I want to have a way in and out while I still am able to clean up everything. So I think I'm going to do that for now. And that way, yeah, the top part is not going to get contaminated water anyway. It's just going to go through here. And this is now built. Yeah, these 2 need to be built. That's what, then we're just going to start it. You can see we're also working on this part here. Wait, high prio to make sure they do this first. Otherwise, they have a lot of auto build instructions to do first. All right, the next day, come on, go get some materials, going up here, and this should be built really quick. There we go. Okay, that should be enough to contain this. So let's see what happens. Yeah, what's the worst that could happen, right? So we go down, go to this thing. Now I'm gonna open it up, and then we go back up. The water should come out of here, go down there, yes, and then power everything here. And this here should slowly get more and more powerful. Let's see if we have a problem here with the amount of water. It doesn't look like it. No, it's not that high. But yeah, you can see we have already 2000 horsepower, and we're just barely scratching the surface with the wheels that we're hitting. Is this, no, it doesn't look like an issue. Are we somehow rising here? Doesn't look like it. It's just gonna flow faster. We're at 4000. It might be quite inefficient with the amount of resources and time I put in versus the amount of power we get out of this, but frankly, I don't really care that much. I just want to make this crazy. So yeah, this is already 6,500. I will get back when we have everything running. And as a comparison, I'll show my current power grid. So right now we have a supply, and I think this is with the maximum wind power almost. We have a supply of 6,700, and we were at approximately the same point in the other power plants, and it was just barely started. So yeah. We're gonna have a lot more power, maybe less than I was thinking at first, but we're gonna have a lot of power there. And I'll be back once we have everything running. All right, seems that everything is now started up. Everything is creating between 70 and 80 horsepower, the wheels. We are dropping a little bit again, but we were at like 32,000. I don't know why it's going down again. I guess it's still stabilizing, but yeah, 30,000 for one floor. I'm a little bit disappointed, I have to say, but you have to remember this is going to be active at all times. Wow, it's dropping quite a bit. So this, even there's a drought coming in 3 days, and I will show you this thing. If you open it up, it will stay open even during a drought. So we will have constant supply of power, and I mean, this is dropping a lot, but yeah, it is a lot of water flow actually that we have here, so that could be the reason. It needs to stabilize quite a bit, and the water just flows off here. I also looked at the contamination here. This is inside the building, that's fine. There is a little bit of contamination here that I need to see how to deal with, because not pretty. Maybe I'll make a contamination barrier at the outside. I don't know how that looks exactly, so let's just make it and see if that's any better. I guess you won't see the contamination then, but you do see the barrier. I don't know if I like that, if I'm honest. So what I might do is move all the walls by one, out by one, and then make the contamination barrier inside the building. But that's gonna be a lot of work. 24th, what the? I mean, these are still at 68. I think everything is going to stabilize like the value that we have here. Yeah, so this is still 60 something, but here, yeah, these are in a bad spot anyway, if I'm honest. They were also at 60 something. So I think those are stabilized, and these are now a little bit dipping, and the rest is also dipping a bit. I believe that they will go back up to the 67. But yeah, as I said, I was expecting more power from this area and these amount of resources that I put in. Maybe this is not best to lay out. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not. It's very likely that actually having a one pile path through here is more efficient when it comes to CPM, and having maybe, Yeah, we only have these water wheels, right? Yeah, the other water wheels are just for the other beavers. So we only have this as a choice, but having them as a 2 wide path instead of a 4 wide probably is more efficient. Okay, now it's going back up. But yeah, let's say it's about 25,000 horsepower that we have constantly for free without any downsides. Yeah, and this is going to be ×2, so it's about 50,000 then. That's going to cover us for quite a while. I don't think we're going to need that much power. And what I might do at the top is actually add some windmills so we can continue the power grids also upwards. But yeah, not for now. These 2 layers are going to be more than enough for now. Yeah, what I might do here, we have the path here actually. What I could do here is remove this just as a preparation if I want to build some power up there, is build power shafts vertically here, and then the path down building is temporary, and that way we can easily dynamite here to have a power shaft up to the next floor if we want to build something up there. For example, windmills, because aren't windmills giving more power on this surface? It's not going to be constant, of course, but ooh, these give right now 0, but 300 when they're fully going each. So about well, it's gonna be 10 for 3,000, so 80. I don't, can we fit 80 here? Well, I think so, right? I think we would be able to fit 80 in on one level, and that's just going to be different resources and a lot less maybe even. Something to think about. Anyway, the drought has started, so we can check now that indeed, wait, does it keep flowing? It doesn't. Are you kidding me? I really thought that this one worked like that, but it doesn't. Okay, good to know. Well, at least we're not gonna have a drought that often, but yeah, every time it has to boot up again. Still, yeah, so that makes me think to actually add a windmill section above, and also some batteries from a significant height, so we have some place to store the energy. But we're not using this much power by far. We have been living with this amount of power generation with full batteries for a very long time. And I will add big batteries, so add them at a very high level here in the future. So yeah, they will be good to go for a long time. But yeah, a couple of letdowns. Not as much power as I wanted, but I'm not going to rebuild it. We're just going to live with it like this. And the drought stops this thing. Anyway, on that downer, I think we're gonna leave it here. If you're still watching, it has been days. I hope it's gonna be a shorter video than that. Well, it will be, of course. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Leave a comment below. That helps my channel also quite a bit. And I'll see you next time.